Alright, we're going to see if the property owner of this property that I've been at for 10 full months comes down here and evicts me, and or with the police. We're also going to see if they leave a trespass notice on my tent when I'm gone from it during the day, on any day, before I can move out of here completely on my own. That's right. Organized stalking and gang stalking expeditions, do they use property owners? Hold on a second. Now that can be Googled, okay? Now again, I'm showing you today's date. Organized stalking and gang stalking is nothing but organized crime syndicated members in the system that do have power positions in the community to contact landlords, property owners. Mail theft and mail delayment is another method of theirs. And setting up homeless freaks, or people who are pretending to be homeless 200 feet away who are yelling gang stalking, is one of the things I'm putting up with. And so what they might try and do is motivate me to move faster before I'm ready to move. And this is another portion of my property that I've had to gather together in bags after they've been itemized and categorized. And then I got to find new hiking areas to go to take my stuff to. Their goal might be to try and come down here and move me out of here faster, so I'll have to take everything that I own with me at once. That's right. Organized stalking and gang stalking, they operate on cleverly created schemes and then implement the schemes through maneuvers that are normal appearing, like contacting the property owner or the landlord and then calling the target crazy for knowing the truth. That's right. Now, I haven't made a detailed video yet concerning what happened on the 8th and 9th of September, but it has motivated me to move out of this area that I'm at right now, that I've been at for 10 full months. 10 full months I've been here. And so we're going to see, before I'm able to move all my... What I'm doing is I've made up 4 kits. 3 are for me to take to separate hiking areas, where I'm going to drop off one kit per area, and then an emergency kit for grab and go. Yesterday I had to spend $168 at Walmart to buy things that I needed for each kit. Yeah, flashlights, separate sets of sweatpants, sweatshirts, long john shirts, socks, flashlights, another duffel bag I had to buy, allergy medicine. What else did I buy? The flashlights alone cost me $20. I had to spend another $20 on memory cards for this video camera, so I'll have free memory just in case something happens and I can videotape it as it is occurring. Now, you can go to Google and type in landlords and property owners and gang stalking, and you'll see that they can be used. That's how the homelessness is created of a target. Okay? So we're going to see if any incident occurs concerning me, about me, towards me, around me, or against me at this hiking area. See, because what they'll do and what they can do is create what is known as a street theater. Excuse me. Hang on a second. And a street theater is what is known as a street theater is what is known as where they stage an event in order to frame the situation, to frame the result. And they will use anybody and everybody, because a lot of these individuals who are part of the maneuvering aspects are the implementations of the covert schemes they create, and then the maneuvers are the steps of the schemes that they bring about, using the police, even property owners, people that are either homeless that are cheaply bought off, or people that are pretending to be homeless that they set up 200 feet away. So they can come up with any type of creative scheme, like, you know, a tabletop armchair scheme, implement the steps in this, create the steps of the scheme, and then maneuver the steps by making this the steps appear normal appearing, either normal appearing excuses and or normal appearing mishaps. Like, for instance, they can get the homeless freaks, when I leave here for the day to do shopping or to maybe run to the libraries, like the law library, to upload current videos, they could come down here and steal something. I come home, notice it's stolen, I go over there and confront them about it, and that is, as that's occurring, they might call the police, or a neighbor could call the police. A neighbor that are up on the hill behind my tent, way up on the hill, could say they heard me. These individuals will even literally use children, and that can be Googled. Literally. If you Google it, you'll see I'm telling you the truth. or they can get a neighbor from across the street, or an individual that's walked up into the gated community acting like a neighbor, to call the police as the incident's unfolding. That's right. Or they can get an individual to go by and jog by and act like a witness to the incident. Now, let me help you understand something. Yesterday, as I was at this area, I got out to do some landscape work to prop back up the dead tree limbs that I propped up there so people from the sidewalk wouldn't be able to see my tent. I also have them propped up here in front of my tent. Okay, so yesterday I spent about 15 minutes propping them up because sometimes the raccoons will get to them, and I think that even the homeless people might be walking up in here and knocking them down. So I got to put them back up because I got to go through a lot to do that. I got to get on gloves because poison ivy is pretty rampant in here. So as I was out there in the landscape area, I made a video privately and discreetly. And in that video I showed a picture of my cell phone like I'm showing you now. And I think it's at least a 15-minute video, at least. And I stated about how individuals are getting up on the sidewalk, and as they ride their bikes by, which I've already made numerous, like one's riding their bike by right now. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see him, but he's got green on. Watch. Alright, now you do this song. Now watch, he's going to go by there. You'll see green. Alright, now you just saw him. Now, they get individuals to ride their bikes by on that sidewalk, and as they go by, they'll say gang stalk, gang stalker, or gang stalking, and oh my God. They'll say oh my God periodically when they do that. Then periodically when they do that, they'll also say, why don't you come and steal our stuff? At UCSD between mid-June and early July, on 2 separate occasions, when I was changing the batteries in my tape recorder they have running on me at all times, just in case something happens to me. When I was changing the tape recorder, when I was changing the batteries in the tape recorder on 2 separate occasions, 2 separate students walked by me on 2 separate occasions in the UCSD Price Center and walked by me and said, gang stalker, why don't you go and steal her stuff? Here they're saying, why don't you come and steal her stuff after they say gang stalker. So yesterday I was making a video. Alright, hold on a second, I gotta put on another shirt, I'm cold. So yesterday I was making a video as I was after I propped up everything, because I wanted to be able to show my viewers that because you never know what they might pull down in here as a result of what they pulled up the road on the 8th and 9th of September, and that's the reason why no videos have been uploaded to my YouTube accounts since the 4th or the 5th, because of what happened over the weekend of the 6th, 7th, and 8th, which led up to the 9th, yes, and then that motivated me to move, and you can see I'm preparing to do so now. So while I'm still here, because of how I've decided to move, making up the kits, I decided I better prop all this, keep this stuff re-propped up, so they can't use any kind of excuse that they saw me, because they're already harassing me by putting people on the road. Like, here comes another bicyclist, he's going by right now. I don't need to get out of my tent to show you he's going by, because I've already showed you one. So after I got up out of my tent, okay, to re-prop that stuff up, you know, like I like it. It just fell down a little bit, but I wanted to re-prop it back up. So, and then after I re-propped it up, I got out my video camera, okay, so I could show my viewers that there's no way that anybody from the road can see this tent, by literally showing you the road and then taking the camera and showing you the only part of the road that is visible in reference to the perpendicular of the road and the tent. So I wanted to be able to show you that there's no way in that small space you could see me, by showing you the road and then showing you the propped up of the trees. So as I continued to talk in that same video, I talked about why I was doing it, because of the bicyclist, and then I turned my camera and I showed that 200 feet away where they set up some homeless skanks, or people who are pretending to be homeless. Now you can go to Google and type in about how other targeted individuals are saying in their blogs that they believe that some of the people who are harassing them aren't really homeless people, they're just people pretending to be homeless. Because they want to anchor in a target's mind after the homeless people are used for an event, that the homeless people can never be found later on, in case that target ever acquires proof that they're being homeless, and they can go back and get a police report and demand the police to investigate it, and the police's posture will be, well, how are we supposed to find these people? They're homeless. That's right. Plus, if they are homeless, or even if they're people pretending to be homeless, they're probably so down and out, they don't even have a license in case an incident occurs. The cop says, well, where's your license? They say, well, I don't have one. They're also cheaply bought off with community services, like from charities that citizens give to with their property taxes, or other community services like from social services that citizens of the community give to with their property taxes and income taxes. So, and I already know the syndicated cops are involved in this. I got indisputable proof they are. Undisputable proof they are. But I'm not going to go there in this particular video. So as I'm making this video, outside of once I propped all that stuff up, I not only talked about the bicyclists going by and saying gang stalker, gang stalking, and gang stalk, I also turned the video camera over to show that there's an area over there, and then I said right past that area is where they're set up at. They're constantly yelling gang stalk, gang stalker, gang stalking, gang stalk. Now, then I got back inside of my tent because I was done propping up everything. Came back over to my tent, took off my shoes, and then got inside the tent. Then what I did was, let me show you something. I gotta find it because it's as you can see, my tent's a little bit congested right now because I'm itemizing different things that I'm into separate bags, and so I had to get a bunch of stuff out in order to go through it. All right, hold on one second. I want to show you this. Do you see this? This is a microphone, okay? And I got so sick of them yelling gang stalker, gang stalking from a distance. What I did was I cut a hole in my tent. I'm going to show it to you right now. Okay? See this hole? This hole right here? Okay, it's a hole. Okay? And what I did was about a month and a half ago, I bought this earbud that's designed actually for earphones. And I took the earphone part and I took it over here. Hold on. I took it over here. Alright, do you see this? And I set it up in the hole to where the actual head, this whole entire part was extended outside of the hole. Like I'm pushing it through right now. Okay? Watch. See how I'm pushing this entirely through right now? Okay? So it's outside of the tent, as you can see right here. Okay? Then I plugged it into this tape recorder. Okay? That's even recording what I'm stating right now. Then I put the tape recorder, once it was plugged into that, over here. Okay? Then I started doing my odds and ends, and I had the radio playing very low, and the radio was positioned not on this side of the tent, but on the other one. And I really can't show it to you, because, well, right over there is where I was going to say I can't show it to you, because it's probably too dark in here, but I guess it's not. The radio was on over here on a very low volume, and then I was coordinating my stuff. And about 40 minutes went by, and one of them from that area walked by on the sidewalk with their dog. And the reason why I heard him is because I heard him say to his dog, "Don't worry, we're almost here." And then he kept walking down the sidewalk up until he got to that big old tree that's way over there. You can't see it because of how well I propped up everything. He then walked down the hill, and when those freaks come through here, in order for them to get to their hiking area, which is on the other side of a ravine that's got water that runs up through when it storms, okay? In order for them to get on the other side of the ravine, they got to cross a tree that fell. And the only way they can get to that tree is to walk down there, okay? And then walk a little way and then start walking back up towards this way until they get to the fallen tree and then cross the tree to get to their side of the ravine. And when they got up to about right there, he had a blue coat on. And when he got to about right there, he said gang stalker. Right within 40 minutes after I just made a video, okay? And the tape recorder caught it. Flat out, flat out. So I turned on my video camera when I seen him coming through, okay? And I don't know if the video file itself caught him saying it, but the tape recorder did. So what I did was I got out the video camera because I wanted to see in case he might come up through here, okay? So I seen what he was doing, and so I just, hang on a second. So what I did was I turned on the video camera and I said, okay, one of the freaks or one of the skanks is coming up through here, because I wasn't sure if he was actually going to come up through here. And so then I saw the blue coat come down there and then start walking up this way, and then the people that were already over there were talking to him, and he said gang stalker about right there. Okay, yeah, and it got caught on the microphone that was sitting outside of my tent. Now I just got done making a video before I got into my tent about how the people on the sidewalk are doing it and about how they're constantly doing it. You would not believe the constant bullshit I put up with here. And now you can go to Google and type in how organized stalking and gang stalking expeditions will either rent apartments that are adjacent to targets, yes, or how they make it appear that they're renting apartments that are adjacent to targets by getting current tenants that are already in the apartments that are adjacent to a target's apartment and have them engage in gang stalking methods. That in turn makes the target feel that they've been gang stalked to their apartment, and it undermines their psychology about how so many people can be harassing them in the same way. Now I got over 700 separate audio files of individuals getting along all my routes for the last year and a half and saying gang stalking, gang stalker, gang stalk, gang stalker, gang stalk, gang stalking, gang stalk, oh my god, gang stalk, weird, crazy, oh my god, gang stalk, repeatedly, hold on, in that way everywhere I go. It was just literally caught on July 24th, 2013 at the San Diego Police Department headquarters when I went down there to get a copy of the police report of me being assaulted on an MTS bus. Go to YouTube and type in learning disabled woman brutally assaulted on an MTS bus, and then MTS sent me an altered video. That video you're watching of me being assaulted is altered by MTS. The back door is on the wrong side of the bus. The rail that holds the mirror is on the wrong side of the bus, and the mirror is backwards. Why? Why? And why is me and the person who assaulted me sitting on the opposite side of the bus in the video in reference to where we were really sitting at when on the day of the assault, and then when I got up and he assaulted me? We weren't sitting on that side of the bus. We were sitting on the other side, the side that the door's actually on. Is that why the door's on the wrong side of the bus and the rail that holds the mirror? See, when you get on an MTS bus, the bus front door is on the same side that the bus back door is on. The rail that holds the mirrors on the same side of the bus that the doors are on, and the rail and the mirror itself is positioned so the bus driver can see from the front of the bus if the back door is shut once people go out the back door. In the video, the rail that holds the mirror is on the opposite side of the bus, and so is the back door, and the mirror is backwards because they flipped and rotated the back section of the bus, a slice of it. That's right. And they did that because they did it out of haste. And I can't go into all of that concerning why they did it, because that's not what this video is about. In organized stalking and gang stalking, what they want to do is keep you mentally preoccupied with the fact that you're being stalked and harassed as a result. Because it's their whole goal to beat you down mentally, spiritually, psychologically, and emotionally by psychologically battering you in reference to some of the additional words they're constantly repeating around targets, including me, like weird, crazy, where they're trying to eat away at your self-esteem by getting around you and constantly saying weird, crazy. First they'll anchor it in your mind that they're saying you're weird or crazy, and then they'll drop off from that phrase, you are weird or you are crazy, and they'll just say weird and crazy because they already know that it's anchored in your mind that it's about you. Then they'll just constantly get different people in the community, duped individuals, to get around you and constantly repeat weird, crazy, gang stalker, stalker, stalk, gang stalker, gang stalking, weird, crazy, and then oh my god. And basically what they're doing is sensitizing targets to words and phrases and physical gestures, which is what the guy who was doing right before I got up, about 5 minutes before I got up, he was engaging in those physical gestures, and the San Diego police knew it because I told them about it before they sent me the assault video. So then they sent me an assault video that's only 2 minutes long. They altered the video out of haste. That's right. And that's got, I'll explain that. I've already explained it somewhat in another video, but anyways, all you gotta do is look at the backstroke, get on an MTS bus in San Diego, and take a video picture, which is what I did yesterday when I was on a bus. And take a video picture about what side of the bus that both the doors on, what side of the bus the rail that holds the mirrors on, and how the mirror is actually positioned on an MTS bus. Then look at that assault video. That's right. Eric Pearson, hang on. Eric Pearson, who's a professor in communications that specializes in videos and images at USD, where I was gang stalked on a fever scale, because gang stalking targets are gang stalked everywhere they go and harassed in specific ways everywhere they go. That's why it's so psychologically and emotionally and mentally abusive, okay? Because this type of harassment is not the only thing that is happening to us. Homelessness is also created by getting landlords and property owners on board, and postal employees on board, mail theft and mail delignment. I got a book in my backpack right now, and in the title of the book, that was written by a postal employee, wrote a book about her being gang stalked by fellow postal employees. Now you can go to Google and type in postal employees and gang stalking and mail theft and mail delignment, or organized stalking. You'll get more solid hits and information on the internet by typing in organized stalking, but it's also called gang stalking. In the title of the book it says gang stalking at the post office. The actual title of the book is electronic torture, electronic rape, technology, and gang stalking at the post office. And you're not going to understand a lot of what, if you buy that book, you're not going to understand a lot of what's in it, because there's a lot of things that's involved in gang stalking. Gang stalking targets are also being hit with technology that these expeditions own, that the average general public population has no idea exists at all whatsoever. Now you can view these technologies in part by going to the very, very bottom of Freedom from Covert Harassment and Surveillance and looking at the 3 PDF links. And you can also understand some of the things that are going on by going to YouTube and typing in John Hall Satellite Terrorism, and then going to surveillanceissues.com at Google and go to that webpage, especially look at the Hearing Voices feature. Just do it. Now look, when you start researching this, you're going to have to do an in-depth research to see that these things are factual realities. Organized stalking and gang stalking targets have been covered on national radio shows multiple times. The Jesse Ventura Brain Invader show, and Ground Zero, which is another national radio show, and on local news broadcasts. Go to YouTube and type in gang stalking, bullying on steroids, and they're involved in the motivations they have for a target are multiple, which even includes, believe it or not, and believe it, because now if you go to YouTube right now and type in Timothy W. bioethics issues, he talks about neurocognitive weapons and brain entrainment. And then when you're looking at that video, there's a bunch of YouTube videos that are in the sidebar. Okay? You know, like when you bring up a video and you're watching the YouTube video, then there's a bunch of other YouTube videos that are right on the sidebar. Well, when you type in at YouTube, Timothy W. bioethics issues, oh, and guess what? This is another thing they're trying to sensitize me to. They did this to me 2 days ago, and then they did it again 3 days before that. Because physical justice is another way that they let you know you're being stalked by putting people along all your routes as a result of knowing where you're at, and then repeating the physical gestures, and this is another one. And this is a Masonic symbol for 666. Yes. Now you can go to Google and type in the Masons in gang stalking and look at what you'll find. Like go to Google and type in the white glove treatment in gang stalking. You'll see that the Masons are also involved in gang stalking. But anyways, now when you go and look at the sidebar videos, after you go to YouTube, type in Timothy W. bioethics issues. And then once you listen to that video, look at the videos that are in the sidebar that come up as a result of you typing that in at YouTube. You'll see a bunch of different targeted individuals speaking before the Bioethics Commission. And if you do your honest, investigative, mature research into those videos, like for a solid day, look at how many targeted individuals who are testifying before the Bioethics Commission saying that they're being gang stalked. That's right. Now, so what's the likelihood after I make a 40-minute video, I mean a 15-minute, at least a 15-minute video outside here yesterday? The video stamp time on the video, like I'm taking a video right now. When I stop recording, it's going to show me what time this video was started or ended. One of the two. I haven't figured it out yet. I think it's when it starts the recording, because I had no need to really pay attention to it. So yesterday I made about a 15-minute video. I talked about how people, and I did it discreetly and quietly. I said, there's people on the sidewalk saying gang stalk, gang stalker, and gang stalking as they go by, along with oh my god, and then periodically when they do that, they threaten, why don't you come and steal their stuff. Then I turn the video camera and I say quietly and discreetly about how they're doing it over there as well. Then after I get done making the video, I get inside the tent, set up the microphone like I'm showing you right now. I start working for about 35 to 40 minutes, and then check this out. The guy who said it he was not even there when I made the video, because he came to the hiking area walking his dog, because I heard him say, don't worry, we're almost there. He had a blue or a green coat on. I forgot what color it was. I talked about it in the audio file, and maybe in the video file, because I turned the video camera on once I saw him. And then he came up, so the video probably caught it. So then he came up and through there, walked down through there, then came up this way a little bit to get to the fallen tree so he could cross, and that's when he said gang stalker, and it was caught on here. So, but once I upload that video, in reference to the video I made when I was outside. Once you upload a video from this video card, you can still keep the video file on the video card, but it won't show the time the video was made on YouTube. It doesn't show the timestamp. So I got out my cell phone and took a picture of the video and then let it play for a few, about a minute, I think about a minute and 40 seconds. So once it's uploaded to the, and then I got to take a video picture of that, so you can see that it's the same video once it's published to YouTube. So you'll be able to see what time that video was made. So you'll be able to see that I literally made a video stating I was putting up with this before the incident occurred, that it was caught, because this tape recorder runs by time and date as well. So basically what I'm saying is I made a video 40 minutes before and talked about what was happening to me 40 minutes before it was caught. And I can prove that because when I stop recording, okay, and then I press the menu to scroll through the video files. You know, when I press the menu button and I scroll through the video files, when I come to each specific video, it shows the date, it shows the calendar month, the date, and the year, and then it shows the time. Okay, and then you press play for that particular video file. Now I took out my cell phone and took a video picture of the timestamp and the date of that particular video, and then I started playing the video, and then it showed, which is a little bit odd because it said 5:04 p.m. is when the video started, but when I made the video out there, I showed a picture of my cell phone and it showed 4 o'clock something. So I haven't figured that out yet. Maybe the phone is set up for a different time zone or something. I don't know. I still haven't figured that out yet. But it doesn't matter anyways. It will still show that it was made on the same date. It would still show, the cell phone would still show that it was made on the same date, just about a half hour before the timestamp on the video card. And I still haven't figured out why that is. I still haven't figured it out. And this runs by date and time too. So what I'm trying to say is I made a video stating what they were doing, then got in a tent, turned the tape recorder on, set up the microphone so the microphone would pick up anything that they might be yelling from a distance or any bicyclists going by, and they had the dumb audacity to come down here and do it. So as soon as that happened, and as soon as they left, you know, the guy left from walking over there, and another guy was talking to him as he was going in there, and then once it got quiet, I stopped the audio file and transferred, and then realized it was 40 minutes. And then what I did was I fast forwarded it to this section, and the video file was still going that I turned on once I heard him coming up through here. And so I stopped the recording. I even showed that it was recording. I stated what was happening, and then I fast forwarded the audio file up until he said it. And I even got out my huge speaker that I bought, which amplifies, you know, that you can plug into the tape recorder, okay, through a cable, okay. And then I turned on the speaker and scrolled up to the last 5 minutes of the audio file where it was caught at, and it was clearly said. Uploaded that to the same video that was running that I turned on when I said there's a skank coming up through here, and when he said it. So I have a feeling the video file caught it as well. So what I'm trying to do is prove to you that this is happening even after I stated it was happening, which shows that it was going on more than once, which shows stalking. Whenever a person is stalked on one occasion, and then they're stalked on another one, using specific tactics to let you know you're being stalked, that makes it a felony. That's right. If you're followed one time, and you notice that you're being followed one time in a specific way, okay, that's regular stalking. It's a misdemeanor. But when it happens twice, it becomes a felony. That's right. So they've been caught. And since they've been caught on this property, do you think the property owner wants to be sued for premise liability? No, they're going to come up with a creative scheme to evict me from here. I got to go because this video is almost 29 minutes long. It's literally counting down to the last 30 seconds. Alright, so I'm showing you today's date. 9/16/2013 at 7:50 a.m. And let's see what scheme is used to get me out of here before I can move out on my own. My name is Leslie Williams. I'm a target victim and activist of organized stalking and gang stalking. I'm not involved in any illegal or criminal activity whatsoever. This crime is happening to me. Thank you.